Today we'll be talking about Starlink's internet service now available in Nigeria. We'll be covering everything you need to know before you put your money into buying the device. So Elon Musk Starlink's internet device is now operational in Nigeria, making Nigeria the first African country to have the service. So this video is intended to assist prospective Nigerian purchasers in deciding whether to invest in Starlinks or not, or what to expect from the service. So the Starlink's hardware comprises of the receiver, a router, a power cable, and a network cable. So the box weighs approximately 6 kilograms. Let's talk about the cost and the unlimited data. Yeah, that's been the major catch. The unlimited data is not exactly unlimited. You have 1 terabyte of data to use in a month. So if you exceed 1 terabyte, your bandwidth may be deprioritized, resulting in a lower bandwidth. So you would still be able to browse, not just at the optimal speed. The price of Starlink service in Nigeria per month is $41.08. This may vary in naira depending on what service you are paying for, but on the average it should cost you in the region of 19,260 naira per month. Then for you to incur the hardware, which is a one-time investment, would cost you about 268,000 naira. It may be a bit more or less depending on the exchange service you are using. So I'll be telling you about some ways you can pay for Starlinks later in this video. Before we get to that, let's compare Starlinks to the 4G, 5G, and the fiber we already know and most of us are already using before the advent of Starlinks in Nigeria. So Starlinks is far superior to 4G, so don't let us even go there. So in terms of speed, latency, and coverage, it can be compared to both 5G and fiber. Although 5G boasts faster speed and lower latency, but 5G in Nigeria, is not really 5G if you ask me. My experience with 5G has not been impressive. Fiber is very, very good and very impressive, but it is limited. It is not available across Nigeria. We have IPNS fiber in Ikeja and some other service providers. 5G has a lower coverage relative to Starlinks. Fiber offers higher maximum and median speed than Starlinks. It is very prone to fiber cut issues. It's available in limited areas like Ikeja and relatively more expensive even when compared to Starlinks. Probably with the advent of Starlinks, some of our internet service providers will start to review their prices and how they charge us for internet use. So for individuals who require widespread coverage, particularly in rural area, if you travel across Nigeria, so what are the advantages of Starlinks? So number one, unlimited data. At last, we have a better alternative to MTN. I spend more than 20,000 naira on data every month. The truth is that I don't have fast speed. Sometimes I want to download videos and MTN will cap my download speed. I have reached out to the customer service once or twice, didn't really get any improvement. So finally, we have a service like Starlinks that is unlimited, and until you get to 1 terabyte, there's nothing like capping of your speed. So hopefully the internet service providers like MTN, Airtel, Glo, and IPNX and the rest of them would adjust their price and give us better service to give Starlinks a run for their money. Another advantage of Starlinks, widespread coverage. So you can use Starlinks in rural area. You go to some places where MTN service is terrible, you can hardly browse with MTN service, and you go to some places where you can't browse with Airtel. There are a lot of places outside Lagos where you can't use Petranet. So with Starlinks, that is not the case. You can use your Starlinks device anywhere in Nigeria. Another advantage of Starlinks is that it is not affected by light, rain, or wind, but every storm can cause the Starlinks service to drop for a few minutes and slow down. Weather issues are more problematic in low capacity areas. So another thing I like about Starlinks is that Starlinks is very easy to install. You can do it yourself. It's a no-brainer. Just look at the pack. On Starlink's website, you'll find instruction on how to install it. So now let's talk about the disadvantages of Starlinks. So the number one disadvantage of Starlinks is that unlike some routers that add rechargeable batteries, Starlink does not have a rechargeable battery, which means that you have to connect it to power anytime you want to use it. That is not like a big off because many routers also have to be connected to power, but it would have been a big plus if we have Starlinks having its own battery and we don't have to depend on the public power supply or have to run a generator or solar to power the Starlinks. So that is a major setback for a country like Nigeria where electricity is unreliable. The price of the hardware is quite high for an average person in Nigeria. So in as much as Starlinks is going mainstream and many of us are ordering the device right now, the hardware device is still too expensive for most people. Probably Starlinks may come up with a package where people can get it and make instrumental payments for it. So if you want to order Starlinks, you can order Starlinks Starlinks on their website www.starlinks.com. Then payment can be made in dollar through Cheaper, Payday, Gotox, or Root by Sudo. All these services are virtual dollar cards. You can even use it beyond just for Starlink. Payment cannot be made in Naira as at the time of recording this. So delivery time is one of the major things I've seen people talk about online. Delivery takes in the region of 2 to 4 weeks. It's getting slower as they get more order for the device. Probably it might start taking maybe like a month or 2 months as we go on. Then the average upload speed is about 20 megabytes per second, which is way faster than most internet service providers have used in Nigeria, with potential download speed of over 240 megabytes per second to 290. This are tested just in the western part of Nigeria and the northern part of Nigeria. In conclusion, investing in Starlinks may not be for everyone, given its limited availability, high cost, and the dependence on electricity to run every time. However, for those who need more widespread coverage, especially in rural areas, so if you are someone who gets transferred every now and then and you change location, so you might want to consider getting Starlinks, so it works both in the urban centers and the rural area.